exhausting. I'm going to have a seat here for a second before we talk about Sammy Herman and talk about this Saturday at PASIC. Ryan Lewis is giving a presentation on George Hamilton Green Jr.'s variation style, improvising on the xylophone, making variations on the music that you're already playing using figuration that he played. I think it's called something like a clinic on ragtime xylophone variations. And that's at 2 o'clock PASIC in Indianapolis this Saturday, and I'm also playing on that. So please come so that there's an audience. I know there's a lot of amazing things happening all week and at that time, but come to Ryan's clinic at 2 o'clock on Saturday. Thank you. And now I want to spend just a few minutes talking about this Sammy Herman chorus. So I'm going to go over there. Now we're over here. And this is Now's the Time to Fall in Love, a chorus from a 1932 record with Sammy Herman playing xylophone that David Hardy posted to the Marimba and Xylophone History group on Facebook. So if you're into this kind of thing and you're still watching this, maybe you should join that group if you're not already. And David generously posts all sorts of recordings and sheet music and photos and shares his knowledge with us there. So thank you, David, for this one. I heard it and said, whoa, that's something. Wrote it down by slowing it down. It was transcribed ! The program. Did it note by note so that I can actually hear that there's a septuplet, an extra note that I learned from trying to play these things is how it actually feels on the instrument, and try to imagine the player playing it in real time in a recording studio, and my appreciation for it goes way up to the point of saying, wow, that's incredible. What is happening here is definitely an improvisation. This can't be worked out, because I've been dealing with this for a couple days now, trying to learn it, and it's definitely Sammy's kind of what do you call that, idiosyncratic approach to the instrument. Only Sammy Herman would play that. I would play something else. Somebody else would play something else. So in Sammy style, there's a lot of sextuplets you'll hear at this tempo, especially. He kind of finds that the rhythm, either a sextuplet or 30-second notes, to go to sort of what the brink is of playability. Sextuplets or 16th notes. Usually one or the other, not going back and forth. Interesting at the end here that he plays this trill, and it is so fast at that tempo. Made me wonder about the speed, but it's definitely an E flat, and it's definitely fast. What he does here mostly is plays on a scale on a C6 or E flat 6. This is a simple tune, mostly E flat and a dominant B flat 7, and then on the bridge there's now a dominant thing happening. The E flat becomes a dominant of the fourth, the A flat, and then you have F7 and B flat. So typical dominant bridge thing happening, and then back to E flat and B flat. So really two chords most of this. And for the E flat, he uses that passing sharp second. So E flat, F, F sharp to the third, G, and then the fifth and sixth. And gets around that. It's clearly practiced this a fair amount with scales as well. That kind of thing. And then has this ascending chromatic scale, but any other person would just play. For some reason, when I slow this down, I hear it as measure 5 here. Maybe he wanted to lead that with his right hand, or that kind of syncopation. It was going up and wanted to switch that. Who knows? But it's a kind of interesting thing that happened. and this typical on a B flat, that's kind of awkward. On going to the upper manual, it's a little less awkward than, but typical of late 20s, 30s, I guess all throughout Sammy Herman's career, relied on these devices. But it's a style that it's not all over the place. You kind of have to go looking for Sammy Herman's recordings. David Harvey generously shared this. That he's shared some other things with me, and I'm sure they'll pop up all over the place. To know that this kind of playing is a little different than what you hear with George Hamilton Green, where things are a little more reserved and not pushing the envelope as far as exploitation of like scales, like that kind of thing was maybe not thought to be the most musical approach at the time, where it's like, okay, yeah, sure, you can play fast, but it has a certain zip and a certain effect that I love and I like working on and enjoy from the kitchen here. Anything else to say? If you do try to play this, measure 12 dawned on me. I wrote, that's not, the G and measure 12 is not to be articulated. It's really just it's the first note. But if you try to play that note and then play Gliss, you'll never be able to do it.